Last night at 10, we told you the Albuquerque Public School Board voted down a proposal to tell parents they can opt their kids out of standardized testing meant to evaluate teachers.
New at 10, we're learning that fight is going to the state capitol. One lawmaker plans on taking the battle over teacher evaluations and testing to the upcoming legislative session.
And that lawmaker talked only to our Chris Ramirez.
161 divided by 4. There we go.
School wouldn't be school without testing. It's the way we measure whether students are learning.
But the tests that we're talking about aren't intended to measure a student's progress. They're intended to measure a teacher's progress, and that is what makes this so controversial.
Soon, the state education department will force all students to take those tests.
And frankly, this is all headed towards a legal battle unless the legislature steps in and deals with it.
State Senator Tim Keller is writing a bill that would allow parents or entire school districts to opt out of those mandates. Keller says students shouldn't have to be subjected to that.
Testing has become testing for the sake of testing as opposed to actually creating better students. And that's something we have to be really careful with. We've got to make sure that there are still large amounts of the school day left for all kinds of educational purposes other than teaching to the test. And I think we've really gone too far at this point.
Keller hopes his bill would give parents and school administrators options about what he calls over-testing in our state. But Keller could face an uphill battle. Governor Susana Martinez strongly supports the standardized tests and would likely veto a bill that could destroy her education reforms.
The fact that this has become such an issue in our state speaks to exactly why we need to consider this and solve the problem.
And New Mexico's next legislative session begins in January. Senator Keller says expect to see education issues front and center once again. Chris Ramirez, KOBI Witness.